Good afternoon, everyone. It's MVP here. I hope you're well. It's Sunday, the 18th of December. A long time since I produced a video. Could be easily a month now, and I apologise again to everybody. Just been one of those things. I have a consultancy business. I'm a qualified accountant. I've been qualified for over 35 years, and I tend to work with quite a few blue chip companies on their finance planning and commercial side, and it's just been a busy year. I thought things were going to slacken off, but with the advent of a lot of destability in the world from Brexit and obviously from Donald Trump becoming president, I seem to be in demand, helping, just on the finance and commercial side, and also offering quite a bit of specialisation now on the Forex side, where people are planning for their Forex exposure in 2017 and beyond, and I have been called in to play on a few extra contracts on that. So I will get round to trading again next year. I miss my scalping. I love scalping, as everybody knows, and I've been very active in scalping, both on Trade to Win and on Forex Factory, and I like to help people, but it's just been one of those things. I can't get and sit down. I need some clear space in my head to trade 2-3 hours a day. I try early mornings, not been working because I've been taking a lot of early calls Far East market, where I also operate with some Far Eastern customers, so it's just not been possible for me. So I thought I'd just clear up the year with a very quick video, talk about a couple of things, and just obviously get a chance to wish everyone a very happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year for next year, and again promise hopefully I can become more active next year in both trading and in fact training some of those courses I've been promising for a while. But anyway, here I am. This is my FXCorrelator.com home site. Go there. There's some free links and systems there, also access to my forums, or where I post actively. How to contact me, there's a blog. I talk about a few things, and just an update on my training there, which again I can say to you now, I am trying desperately to get some training organised for next year, but I'm not sure when it will be. It'll be later in the year. And my CV here, my background, who I am, what I do, and on and off been involved since probably the early 80s in trading Forex, since the early 2000s, where I specialise in strength meters and strength meter based trading. That also involves correlation between currencies and other markets. Quite specialised, but it works for me, and I can operate that pretty much from 1 minute levels all the way up to weekly, monthly levels if I want. And I hope I've shared something over the years. If you go to my free links and systems, you will get an idea and a flavour of what I try and do. But I can assure you again, I really would need to be either one-to-one or running some kind of formalised training to give people a real flavour of what I do. I offer some very simple systems. As you know, the FXCorrelator is my bespoke customised strength meter, and I offer some very simple systems on that for people to use, where you can monitor strength and momentum. And again, I hope that's useful, but it's only touching the surface. Believe me, when I trade, when I scalp, especially when I'm talking about a few pips here and there and 1 minute market, I'm playing a totally different game. I have the strength meters up, but I'm using different strategies there, although I'm still following my strength meter and correlation based strategies. Anyway, enough of that. Let's have a quick look at what's been going on recently, and let's just talk. Okay, let's look at the market for December this year. Just want to give you an idea. Up the top here, I hope you can see that. There's 8 currencies there, each of them denoted by a particular colour. And down here on the chart, you can see them moving around, up and down, in terms of their physical movement. This is not MA based, there's no lagging on this. This is actual physical movement. This is not offered, this kind of charting is not offered for free. This will be part of any paid training or courses I'm going to run next year, but it just gives you an idea of where the currencies have moved over the month, and where there are opportunities. So just quickly looking through here, also very approximately, this figure up here, the 299, represents roughly how many pips you would have potentially got to on particular currencies. So you can see that really the CAD, the brown CAD, had a tremendous run early month up to about 9th, 10th of December. Got up into the 200-300 pip range. So obviously if you were buying CAD through that part of the month, pretty much anything else, if you sold it, you're doing very well. And CAD's done well. It's held, as you can see here. As a currency, it's not come off too much. It's only retraced what, 20%? You reckon 20-25% there, and it keeps bouncing. So we've found a little bit here. Again, if you want to look at this, we've found here a little bit of a plateau, as it were. Let's put that on brown, and you can see here it's quite a strong support level here. Yeah, bouncing up. So at the moment, I wouldn't be advocating selling CAD. I'd be going back into buying again with opportunities, because you've got quite a solid platform here to buy off of it. Selling anything else that offers up as we go in now into the last weekend or last week of the year, really. And trading will be pretty thin next week, probably, as we go into Christmas break. So the CAD has been the big player in December. I mean, what have we got down the other end of the scale here? Yen has been selling off quite dramatically through the month. And down here you can see we're down to about 350 pip sell-offs. Yen, just the currency people have gone to selling off against other things as they've bought, really. So I mean, if you've been trying to move the yen south over the last month, be it scalping, 1 minute, 5 minute, hourly charts, you would have been doing okay. You've got to pick your appropriate currency to trade against it, and obviously watch your spreads and be disciplined, use money management, all the usual stuff. But generally, selling CAD, shorting the yen has been a good idea. Okay, especially second half. You can see here, yen was actually early on was actually doing quite well. It was probably pretty strong. It up over 100 pips. But generally, as you came in to the first main week of December, started to sell off, and some good sell-offs. Back end of last week, particularly, good sell-off there. Big hit there on the Wednesday. And again here, is it coming back? I don't know. What do you think? That was quite an interesting area. You see how it's not really getting either backwards or forwards from here. So this is an interesting resistance level. Sold off here, got through, faked, and it's come back in again. So there's a lot of faking going on here. Back end of the week last week. What else? The USD, which is obviously in the news very much, because all roads lead to the USD at the moment, with the elections and Trump and the so-called strength of the USD, and potentially the strength next year as they look at potentially going up to, I'm not sure what the Fed are going to raise potentially interest rates to. USD has really had a mixed month. I mean, the first half of the month has been pretty much languishing down in the south, and big push last Wednesday pushes it back up into positive territory, up to about 100 pip move. But I don't know. I mean, personally, a lot of people are telling me, a lot of traders are telling me they're really, really bullish for the USD next year. I trade what you see, guys. I mean, I never make predictions in this market. Just trade what you see, trade what the signals tell you. I mean, there's so many stories. Of course, I see it having a relatively strong Q1. I think it will. After that, I don't know. I think that if the markets flare up a bit, yeah, possibly that could give it a bit more of a kicker. But I'm very nervous. I really can't see the Fed loading on the interest rates next year too much. I just think the market is too fragile. I think that global events, I just think that if they do load too early, I think they could really pay for that and actually be easing off interest rates by the back end of next year. So I don't know. If someone was asking me what I would be backing next year, I'd just say trade what you see. You get a momentum move, go with it. It's that simple. So that's been the month. While we're on the subject, I just wanted to show you the triple corri. People know my FXCorrelator, if they know it well. The triple corri is an indicator. Again, it's available free, guys, at my website, or go on to my forums at Trade to Win and Forex Factory, and you can pick it up for free there. What it does is it takes 3 time frames and it operates a 60 moving average on each. So it's 3 of my FX correlators, the core indicator. What it does is it says to you, based on those 3 time frames, it gives you an arrow to show you the direction. Is it above or below the 0? I.e., what is the momentum, what is the movement on that currency? And when all 3 of them are aligned, call it the 3 ducks, because I used to, I'm good friends with Captain Currency, who adopts this system for pairs, not actually for individual currencies. Mine is based on individual currency strength and weakness. But if you get 3 in a line, that obviously tells you that across 3, quite major time frames, US dollar is something to buy. So you will be in and buying that at the moment. And you can see on the chart why we'll go into that in a minute. But again, this is available for free. I just want to show you December. You know, we've been talking about December, so there's December starting at the bottom there, the big red line. This is the highest time frame. Okay, this is the 240 minute. This is the 4-hour time frame here. See that up there, 4 hour. And this is my highest time frame. This gives you an indication of where you should be. So, for example, if you look at December, and you know we mentioned about CAD actually came into December, brown CAD here, as a positive buy anyway. So it was always setting up. As long as the lower time frames, the 5 minutes and the 60 minute, were telling you to buy, you should have been in there buying CAD. And all the way through, you see, to the end of the first main week, CAD's been a buy. Now, that's not to say you shouldn't be buying it again. You see it starts to drift down here, but this signal means while it stays within the 4 hour time frame and still does, you're still trying to buy it. So I would still be looking to buy the CAD. And if you remember, I'll just pull this down again for a sec. You see the CAD performing here? So the CAD for me is still a buy on the 4 hour signal, and even in real time you can see here where CAD has had some nice pickups. So I'll still be going in to probably buy CAD during these time periods, okay? Be it scalping, whatever, but I would be on the CAD still. Other things in terms of what the triple Corrie tells you, yen came into December as a sell, yellow yen, and it's still a sell. You see, it's just not getting up here. It's being slapped down every time. And again, what did I tell you? I said that again, yen, if we look at yen here, you see, yen is a solid sell still, guys, all the way through December, apart from the early part where we wouldn't have traded if you were following the 3 duck system, because it would have said don't trade until your 3 ducks were aligned as a sell. You've had some great selling all the way through here. Now, you may have been selling the yen into CAD, but of course that depends on spread and what your time frame and what your inclination is, but it's there, it's still a sell. The others are starting to congregate a bit. This tends to make me a little bit nervous. By the time the guys are down here pretty much in and around the zero, you're really waiting for that currency or those currencies to give you an indication, of what they're doing. You need them to start moving a little bit more than this, especially if you are using the triple Corrie. But remember, the 4 hour is quite a high time frame, so it's up to you. When I'm scalping, am I paying much attention to this? Not really. I'm not interested in what the currencies are doing on a 4 hour when I'm scalping 1 minute charts. But again, it just gives you an idea of how, again, looking for momentum and looking for direction of currencies is always quite an interesting approach. Okay, well that's all I really wanted to do. This is MVP signing off. I'd love to wish everybody a very merry, happy Christmas and a very prosperous 2017. I hope we can perhaps interact or even one-to-one next year when I get more time, and I look forward to working with everybody that is interested in this fascinating area for me, which is Forex, which is correlation, which is strength meters, and actually dealing with individual indexes and currencies. I love this stuff. I've been doing it for so many years now. It's second nature to me, and I really am looking forward to 2017 when I can spend more time again and working with as many people as possible. So this is MVP signing off, and have a great Christmas. Cheers. Bye bye.